The Philippines is undergoing a dramatic and unprecedented shift in its defense strategy, marking a turning point in how the nation approaches its maritime security. Nowhere is this transformation more evident than in the West Philippine Sea, a region that has become the focal point of both national pride and international attention. Years of cautious engagement and diplomatic restraint with China have gradually given way to a more assertive and proactive approach as the stakes in these contested waters continue to rise. Escalating incidents and repeated confrontations have made it clear to both leaders and citizens that passivity is no longer an option if the country is to safeguard its interests. The government is now focused on establishing a credible and visible presence at sea, determined to protect its sovereign rights and the livelihoods of its people. This new doctrine is a careful blend of military modernization and robust diplomacy, recognizing that strength at sea must be matched by strength at the negotiating table. Upgrading the Navy and Coast Guard, acquiring advanced vessels, and strengthening alliances with key partners are now top priorities for national security. The message is clear: the Philippines will not be pushed around or intimidated in its own waters. Chinese vessels have become a constant and disruptive presence, interfering with Filipino fishing boats and blocking vital resource exploration efforts. Previous attempts at friendlier ties and quiet diplomacy with China have failed to stop these incursions or ease tensions in the region. Now, there's a broad and growing consensus across the Philippines, from ordinary citizens to lawmakers, for a firmer, more resolute defense of maritime interests. The new strategy aims to deter aggression and assert sovereignty, while carefully avoiding actions that could provoke a larger crisis. By publicizing incursions and standing firm in the face of pressure, the Philippines seeks to rally both domestic and international support for its cause. It's a delicate balancing act, showing strength and resolve, while keeping channels of dialogue open to prevent escalation. Success will depend on the consistent and determined implementation of these new policies, as well as the continued support and cooperation of regional and global allies. The Philippines is no longer a passive observer, but an active shaper of its maritime destiny, taking bold steps to secure its future. The shift is a calculated risk, but one that is widely seen as necessary to protect the nation's long-term interests and security. The nation is determined to defend its entitlements under international law, including the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. The waters ahead are uncertain, and the challenges are many, but the course is set with unwavering resolve. The world is watching closely to see how Manila navigates this new era of maritime defense and regional leadership. The stakes are high, the risks are real, but so too is the determination of the Filipino people and their leaders. The Philippines is ready to stand firm, defend its territory, and protect its future. A new chapter in Philippine maritime defense has begun, one defined by courage, unity, and hope for a secure tomorrow. The West Philippine Sea is not just a body of water, it is central to the Philippines' identity, history, and economy. For generations, its waves have shaped the lives and culture of coastal communities, providing both sustenance and a sense of belonging. Rich in fish, oil, and gas, these waters are vital for millions of Filipinos. Every day, fishermen set out before sunrise, relying on the sea's bounty to feed their families and fuel local economies. The promise of untapped energy resources also holds hope for national development. Yet China's sweeping 9-line claim overlaps with the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, creating a complex web of overlapping interests and rising tensions. The 2016 arbitral ruling invalidated China's claim, affirming Manila's rights under international law. Despite this, Beijing continues to ignore the decision, intensifying the standoff and fueling diplomatic protests. Filipino fishermen now face constant threats from larger Chinese vessels, often forced to retreat from their traditional fishing grounds. Their livelihoods hang in the balance, overshadowed by intimidation and uncertainty. Resource exploration is stalled by ongoing tensions, leaving valuable oil and gas reserves untapped and communities waiting for promised progress. This dispute isn't just about territory, it's about the daily struggle for livelihoods, the rule of law, and the right to a secure future for all Filipinos. Every patrol and fishing trip is shadowed by risk, as uncertainty and danger have become part of daily life in these contested waters. The Philippines is on the front line of a global contest over freedom of navigation, with vital trade routes and international interests at stake. The world watches as Manila defends its rights against a rising superpower, with every development making international headlines and drawing global attention. The West Philippine Sea is a flashpoint where even minor incidents could escalate into larger conflicts, threatening regional peace and stability. The stakes are immense for the nation's future, touching every Filipino family, from the youngest children to the oldest fishermen. The area's volatility demands vigilance, unity, and unwavering resolve from both leaders and ordinary citizens alike. The Philippines' struggle is a test case for smaller nations everywhere, showing how the world responds when the rights of the less powerful are challenged. It's about defending rights, not just drawing lines on a map. It's about justice, dignity, and the future of a people determined to stand their ground. The fight for the West Philippine Sea is a fight for the nation's future, a struggle for sovereignty, security, and hope for generations to come. The Philippines is dramatically increasing its patrol presence in the West Philippine Sea, tripling the number of patrols to assert its sovereignty and protect its maritime interests. This expansion means not just more ships, but also more aircraft, and a significant boost in personnel, ensuring that the waters are under constant vigilant watch, day and night. The goal is clear: to establish a persistent, highly visible presence across the entire exclusive economic zone, making it unmistakable that these waters are actively protected. By increasing patrols, the Philippines aims to deter illegal fishing, prevent encroachment, and stop harassment by foreign fleets, especially in contested areas. Recent key incidents, such as the swarming of Chinese vessels and aggressive water cannon attacks, have underscored the urgent need for a stronger maritime presence. In the past, a reactive approach allowed China to dictate the tempo and set the rules of engagement, often leaving the Philippines on the defensive. Now, the Philippines is taking the initiative, actively patrolling and forcing China to respond to its movements, rather than the other way around. Coordination between the Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard is more crucial than ever, with joint operations and intelligence sharing becoming the new standard. New state-of-the-art patrol vessels and advanced aerial surveillance assets are being rapidly deployed to cover more territory and respond faster to threats. The aim is to build a comprehensive monitoring network, ensuring that no part of the sea goes unwatched and every movement is tracked in real time. This bold strategy sends a strong signal of resolve, not just to the region, but to the entire world, demonstrating the Philippines' commitment to defending its waters. It's a proactive leap forward, representing a shift from mere defense to active protection and readiness at all hours. The expansion is a necessary and strategic investment in national security, ensuring the country's maritime future is safeguarded. The Philippines is determined to control and secure its maritime domain, making clear its intentions to all who enter these waters. The message is unmistakable: the West Philippine Sea will not be left unguarded, and the nation stands ready to defend its sovereignty at every turn. China's gray zone tactics, coercion just below open conflict, are a constant challenge. Large fleets of maritime militia and Coast Guard ships harass Philippine vessels. Water cannons and close encounters create daily risks. The Philippines' response has evolved, from quiet protests to assertive transparency. Journalists now document Chinese harassment in real time, exposing Beijing's actions globally. Presence is met with presence. Philippine ships match Chinese swarms. This prevents China from gaining exclusive control. It's a nerve-wracking standoff, but Manila refuses to be intimidated. The goals show resolve, not escalate. The risk of accidents is real, but inaction would mean losing sovereign rights. By pushing back, the Philippines draws a clear line. The world sees the cost of coercion rising. This is a battle of information as much as ships. The Philippines is determined to resist normalization of China's tactics. The stakes are high, but so is the resolve. Manila is signaling, enough is enough. The Philippines is not alone in the West Philippine Sea. Its alliance with the United States is a cornerstone of its defense. The Mutual Defense Treaty now explicitly covers attacks in the South China Sea. Joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and capacity building are ramping up. The Philippines is also deepening ties with Japan and Australia. New patrol vessels, joint patrols, and training strengthen its position. These partnerships form a network of support, complicating China's calculations. International backing emboldens Manila's stance. The Philippines is enhancing its own capabilities to be a stronger partner. Multilateral forums like ASEAN help build regional consensus. The web of alliances is leveling the playing field. The Philippines now has a fighting chance to defend its rights. Diplomacy remains a key weapon for the Philippines. Strong public protests follow every act of Chinese coercion. The 2016 arbitral ruling is central to Manila's legal position. Public diplomacy shapes the global narrative, isolating China's stance. Unilateral coalitions with like-minded nations allow for swift, coordinated action. Military readiness gives diplomats leverage. Diplomacy manages escalation risks. This integrated approach ensures a unified national effort. The Philippines uses both words and actions to defend its interests. The West Philippine Sea is an economic lifeline for the Philippines. Fishing sustains millions, but Chinese harassment threatens livelihoods. Untapped oil and gas could power the nation for decades, but disputes stall development. Securing these resources is vital for energy independence and growth. The sea is also a critical global trade route. Instability here affects the world. The economic stakes rally domestic and international support. The fight is for food, energy, and secure trade. The nation's future depends on defending these waters. China's response to expanded Philippine patrols is predictable outrage. Beijing accuses Manila of provocation, while increasing its own presence. Tensions rise as both sides escalate patrols and standoffs. China's strategy is to exhaust Philippine resources and will. Public condemnation is political theater, masking strategic recalculations. The Philippines' assertive transparency damages China's reputation. Unified alliances complicate Beijing's divide-and-conquer tactics. Manila's actions have forced China to reconsider its approach. The Philippines' bold strategy has set the region on a new course. The coming years will test its resolve and alliances. Short-term tensions may rise, but clear resistance could lead to long-term stability. The goal is a stable peace based on international law, not conflict. The Philippines champions the rights of all nations, big or small. Its struggle is part of a global contest for a rules-based order. The world is watching as Manila shapes its destiny. The journey is perilous, but the destination, stability, and justice, is worth it.